Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be able to emphasize on why we should turn our farming systems, like the presenter who has just presented, to be regenerative. And today, from Chuka University, I am inviting you to collaborate with us. Chuka University is a public university that is along the slopes of Mount Kenya on the eastern side. We have got 9 faculties. We have the Faculty of Education. We have the Faculty of Agriculture, the Faculty of Environment and Natural Resources Development, the Faculty of Science Engineering, the Faculty of Science and Technology, the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Business Administration, the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. We have the Faculty of Engineering. Those are the faculties we have, about 9 of them, and we have about 65 programs, bachelor programs. So we welcome you to collaborate with us. For today, the emphasis is to ensure that our farming systems shift from the utilization of synthetic products, especially the fertilizers and pesticides. And the reason is, these pesticides are getting into the production environment. And when they get into the production environment, they affect the health of the soil. And when they affect the health of the soil, they get into the food chain. When they get into the food chain, we grow crops there, and these crops, when we consume them, our health is affected. If you find most of our farmers, they don't know how to use pesticides. Farmers believe that if they use above the recommended rates, they will clear the pests. But what happens? The pesticide gets into the food chain, especially for the horticultural produce. And that is the reason why we are experiencing a lot of diseases like cancer in most of our farming communities. So there is need for us to shift from heavy utilization of pesticides and the synthetic fertilizers that is also getting into the soils, and then they find their ways in our water bodies, and you find most of our water bodies, there is a lot of vegetation that is growing there. Why? Because all the fertilizer has gone there. I always tell my students when I'm teaching that in Kenya, the fertilizer that is used in the southern lift, the Trans-Nzoia, finds its way into Lake Victoria. It has become very difficult to control the water hyacinth in Lake Victoria because the water is very fertile in terms of nutrient composition. So the water hyacinth grows very well there. So we need to shift from that and be able to come up with other production technologies that can be able to assist us. Because there is dependency. When farmers are planting in Kenya, we always talk about, you find that they always talk about fertilizer, very, very long queues to get fertilizer and things like that. The dependency, the environment pollution, and then the health hazards. The consumer says we can be able to contribute to greater biodiversity. We can use less water. We make agriculture is maintaining the soil fertility and the ecological balances within the environment. That is the production environment. The concept of organic farming, and we can use them to be able to improve on the pest control. But there are other practices that are very cheap, like crop rotation, less use of energy. And when we are talking about organic agriculture, the reason why we are recommending it is that it is increasing the organic. When you use organic agriculture, you improve the health of the soil, the physical soil properties, the biological soil properties. Agriculture, there is more food that we produce. We can be able to use renewable energy like the solar, the biogas, and we can be able to use the positive impacts, the self-sustaining, and it is self-sustaining, socially and ecologically superior, the slow release of nutrients, and of course, other things like the reduced risk of health of the farm workers, including the farmer and the consumer. Of course, also employment opportunities. Assist farmers to integrate agroforestry into the farming system. This is avocado. We are trying to be able to improve on the pest control. And then also, as another presenter has said, over 83% of Kenya is ASAL. And this is to be able to train these farmers. Because again, in most of the East African countries, the extension, project, and also technological advancements. Of course, we have constraints, environments, and then also have a pro organic research system, among others. Thank you very much, but we need to be able to for listening.